The other piece that I think is really important to recognize is that the idea that leadership comes from people being servant leaders as opposed to any ego or as opposed to empire building. That serving others and how you bring up the next generation of nonprofit leaders, how you bring up the next generation of philanthropic leaders and investing in that really resonates with people. And then if every generation that has that expectation builds it forward. And I think we see that a lot when we deal with young people in teaching philanthropy in the K-12 system and going up into higher education. They come to these institutions and say, where's my opportunity to serve? Where's my opportunity to give back? And you see that ingrained in people. And we're seeing it in higher education expectations among students especially. So if you look at that expectation, that was a few key leaders kind of saying that's an expectation that we want to have. I think if you look at how then nonprofits are grown and built in local communities, you'll see a lot of people saying, well, before I start this new venture, I wonder who else is doing this work. And those kind of conversations, again, came from leaders saying, before you come to me for this opportunity, have you looked around the landscape to see what else is going on? Have you thought about partnering and building that expectation? The final thing that I think is really unique to Michigan is that we are both blessed and cursed by a rich fabric of both local, state, and international foundations. We're blessed because there have been people who have felt that giving back was really important, and they built institutions to really endow that giving in perpetuity. We're cursed because sometimes the expectation is, well, Michigan can do it because they've got Kellogg Foundation, because they've got the Mott Foundation, because they've got Kresge. And I think that comes back to haunt us a little bit, because for local organizations, sometimes when you're too close to a big funder, you get ignored, right? And sometimes you get held up artificially all at the same time. So I think there's some positives and some challenges in living in a philanthropically rich environment. On the other hand, I think our press is way ahead of reality for us. When you look at New York, their density of philanthropic institutions is much higher than Michigan. So there's something in the water here in Michigan that is really led to a lot of collaboration and innovation. It's not just about density or size of the foundations, because other states are way ahead of us in that. So when you look at the magic that is Michigan philanthropy and you ask the question, what created that, I really think it starts with leadership.